Well, it depends what people want, really. It's called Crystal Mountain Retreat because it literally is a mountain of crystals. You walk around the land and all the rocks have got some crystals within them. And that was one of the things that attracted me to being here. It's just amazing because the energy is amazing here, and everybody who comes, whether it's just friends coming up for lunch or people coming to visit, it's so relaxed here and it's so peaceful. It's just nice even to get away from everything. I have friends come from England just for a week just to chill out, really, and we can spend like 4 days here. They don't even want to go anywhere. But of course, being here, we're quite close to Cash. There are lots of activities you can do from here. Behind me there's the mountain of Phelos, with the ancient ruins from the Lycian times. It's quite a nice day's walk out. You can walk to Cash across the open fields and down the mountain from here. There's lots of places to go swimming, there's boat trips, kayaking, so anybody who wants a really active time, there's plenty for people to do, as well as people who just want to do nothing. And then of course I offer the therapies or the archetype work, life coaching, if it's what people want. So we might spend, say, a couple of hours in the morning doing some work, and then people will have a few hours free. We'll have lunch. I do all home cooking, everything's fresh from the area, and mainly vegetarian because a lot of people these days especially are vegetarian. But obviously if people want a barbecue and want meat, then I'm quite happy to cook that as well. Then they'll have time to work on things that we've discussed, and then we have a couple more hours later in the day. And possibly in a week, maybe usually 3 or 4 days, actually doing 4 hours a day. So you're looking at 12 to 16 hours in the week of actually doing some work or therapies. And then the other days they might have a half day out, they might go swimming, they can go hiking. We have an art camp in the village where people can go and do art and photography. Also Aiden, who runs the art camp, they do yoga. He takes people out on hiking days as well, so it's a good place to be. A lot of the produce that we use here is grown in the village. Just neighbours who have chickens, they have cows, so we get the milk, we get the cheese. Tomatoes that are grown not far from here. So yeah, it's
got a field of melons.
Oh, and watermelons and melons, all kinds of melons are grown down in the fields at the bottom, and all organic. It's all organic farming in this area. One of my neighbours is growing watermelons at the moment. He has 2 camels as well, which is quite interesting. So we get the camels walking around the village every day for the exercise. So yeah, it's lots of wildlife, squirrels and tortoises and lots of things. It's really good.
How about the flowers in the spring?
Well, in April, May, the whole land is just covered in wildflowers, which is absolutely amazing. Lots of orchids, which are quite rare. We get mandrake, which is something that's an interesting plant. I've just got hundreds of photographs. When I moved, the first few years I moved in, every day I was out on the land photographing different flowers. Wild roses, dog rose, there's just too many to name. Gladioli, everything growing wild. And of course most of the land's got almond trees on. So it's the main thing in this area really, the main crop as far as trees go. But there are some walnut trees higher up in the village, near the going up towards Phelos, near the natural spring, which we get natural spring water as well. It's better if I know in advance that people are going to want to have some therapy, because obviously there's some preparation I need to do and things I need to prepare, and I like people to prepare themselves as well before they come. So what I would do, somebody contacted me and said, oh, I want to do some work on the archetypes or this, then I would ask them to think about why they want to do it, what changes, if any, if they want to make changes in their life, so that we've got something to work from, really. Otherwise it can take up quite a long time initially. So then what I would do is spend the first half day with them. Obviously they need some time to adjust to being here, but then half a day just discussing what their needs are and tailoring the week to suit them, which can include going swimming or just relaxing. There's plenty of places on the land where they can find a quiet corner and just read a book if that's what they want. So they don't have to be doing something all the time.
You've got a well-stocked library here as well.
I have. I've got something to suit most taste, I think. So yeah, I've got lots of novels, but interesting novels. I've got books on every therapy and psychology, as well as Turkish books and yeah, everything really.
So really, I suppose it's about rest and relaxation and...
Yeah, it's most people who come, on the whole, they come to get away from everything, and here there's nowhere better really. We've no neighbours, there's nobody around. You might hear the goats, you might see a few goats and an odd cow or a horse or the squirrels, but yeah, it's just quiet, as you can see.